Now, my teacher says in push hands, okay, especially in the free partner work, you must be like a burglar, go into somebody's house. Okay, to be a burglar, you must know how you move. The palms is the end of the movement. The palm is just like the end of the whips. So whenever you want to release from the feet up to the fingertip, you don't push with a hand. If you move with the palm first, you already give indications to the person you're coming for a push. So if you do that, it's just like before I goes into Bob's house to steal his computer, I give him a ring, Bob, I'm coming to steal a computer. You don't do that. Okay? And then when the person realizes that you're coming in for a push, you don't go in anymore. It's like I go to Bob's house another night, I open the window, I goes in, Bob wakes up, turn on the light, I don't go in anymore, I must come out. Okay? That's one thing. Second thing is, when the person is not letting you coming in, okay, you don't force yourself in. Okay, it's just like I goes to Lo's house for his macadamia nuts. And he knows I'm coming, he closes his door, he refuses to come out. I don't bash into the door down and force myself in. I stay outside and call him. Lo, come out. I'm Jin. Oh, he opened. Once he opened the door, okay, then he sees me, he tries to close, you go in with him. There's a chance to go with him. Okay? That should be the way. Okay. But when you go in, you have to go in without them knowing it. You slip in. When they have a gap, you slip it in. Okay. So sometimes they don't want to come out. They know it's you. So if I go to Lo's house, he knows it's Jin. I'm not going to open the door from Jin. And then what you do is, fire, there's a fire. And then of course he will open the door and look where the fire is. That's when you go in. Okay. So push hand is like that. Okay. That's why Tai Chi is, you don't use brute force in Tai Chi. Tai Chi sometimes is known as the martial art of wisdom. Because all of you are very wise because you do Tai Chi. So you use your mind. You don't force the situations. You don't use force. And then you look carefully at Tai Chi. Actually, it's nothing mystical. You look at it, my teacher say, it's physics, balance center, how to move the person. Okay? How to move the person, how to draw them out of the center. When the person is out of the center, you don't need any effort, you can topple them off. Yeah. But you have to set their emotion first. That's why Yang Lu Chan was asked, can Tai Chi be used? He said, of course. As long as your opponent is not made of wood, not made of metal, or not made of rock or concrete. Because metal, wood, concrete, those are statues, stay there doing nothing. And it's heavy, you can't move them. As long as they're human beings. When you move them, there's always a chances you can get them. Just like if you have a big concrete ball, a very big concrete ball, say throw 300 pounds, as you push, you can't push, it's so heavy. But if you can manage to have leverage to get them into rolling, into motion, then you push them. Okay, that's why the reason is 以静制动, the calmness overcomes the stillness overcomes the movement. Why? Because I wait for you to move first. It's only when your emotions that I can lead you out of your center, I can go with your flow. Okay? Force against force. The stronger force will always win. Always remember that. Okay? How the weak overcome the strong. I'm not going to go against your force. I just set your emotions. I yield to you. Your force have no place to use. Two possibilities. I yield further. If you go off your center, I draw you out effortlessly. If I yield to you, you go not completely off the center. When you realize you're going off the center, you try to come back, I follow you in. Okay, that's what they mean by pushing the boats along the currents. Okay, so remember the whole feet and the arm, the fingers are like the whips. The roots is the handle. The directions is the hips. Okay? The arms is always the end of the ribs, the movement. So the person should not feel it. Okay, there's a saying in Tai Chi is that when you roll back, you do not roll onto your body. When you take some out, you don't take the force onto your body, then you're pushing yourself. When you push, you do not push onto the body of the person. Most of you, when you all push, your mind is going this way. If your mind is going this way, the roots is still there. You're not breaking the roots, they can adjust. Your mind goes down and under to disconnect your root. When you have a down and under, you sink it down and under, you're disconnecting the roots off the ground. Then the person can adjust. That's what they mean by when you push, you do not push onto the body of the person. Okay, Yan can borrow you. Most of you, when you push, your mind is, you push this way. This way. Let me push you. Push this way. Okay, push this way. That means your root is still there. Mm-hmm. This is me by pushing onto the body. No, you go into the base. See? Yeah. Then you release. You have to go into the base first. Like number 5 exercise. Okay, when you sit back, you can put hands on my thigh and my hips. You see, in the forms, okay, after releasing, when you sit back, you don't go this way. Okay, you don't go up this way. This way you disconnect yourself. So when the person is pushing in, if I go this way, you push on my body. Okay, if I go this way, push, push. I disconnect myself. See, I'm not connecting. The force is on me. You don't go this way. See, in the release, after sitting back, you don't drop the knee like that. See, we don't drop the knee. The knee stays there. Your thigh position changes. Okay, if I drop my knee, push, I collapse myself. Okay, but what I do is when I sit back, put on my thigh, knee and my thigh. See, after releasing, when I sit back, my hips soften, my thigh position change. See that my thigh position, you look at my thigh position, okay, my thigh position doesn't go up. Relax, it goes, from here it goes into this angle. See that? Okay, which create a downward movement. Okay, so when he push in, if I sit back this way, I only extend the force. The force is weak. That's not drawing emptiness. Drawing emptiness is like this. See? Your feeling is you goes like that. Thanks. That's drawing emptiness. Yielding is not just sitting back. If you sit back, you only extend the arms. The force is weak. The force is still on you. The person is still connected. If you draw them emptiness, they go. That is drawing emptiness. Drawing emptiness, the feeling of when a person has been drawing emptiness is just like when you walk down the step, you miss a step, the kind of follow into hollow. That is drawing emptiness. So you must have a downward, and it must be drawn from the base. But in the forward and downward, you must have relaxing and sinking. You relax and sink. You must have that. In moving forward, if you don't have relaxing and sinking, your following do not have sticking. You don't disconnect the person's root. In going back, if you don't have relaxing and sinking, you do not have neutralizing. You only have yielding, but not neutralizing. Okay? Roland, can you come here? Bob, can you come here? You feel my body. Okay? Put the hands on my chest. You come over this side. Put the hands on my chest. Huh? You see here? There you have a force there. Okay. If I move forward this way, I don't go this way. You can feel me here, right? But you can't feel me here. See? You feel my body soften. That is moving with relaxing and sinking. Going back, if I just go back this way, I only extend the force. The force is still on me. Okay? But my body have to relax. Okay, thanks. But these relaxations of the muscles, come from cultivations. The mind must cultivate it. When you first learn, you don't feel it happening. Okay? But you don't force it to happen. Forcing is doing this, forcing it, no. Okay? You use the mind to cultivate. Imagine that your muscles, your feet, calf, thigh muscles relax. Imagine the body muscles have a melting sensation as you relax from within. Okay? So the feeling is, Herbert can come in. You put the palms around my finger. Okay? When you relax, both palms around my finger. This way, not this way. Okay. When you relax, you stand here so they can see. You're not relaxing from the outside, pushing the chest in. It's the chest relaxed from within, the arms comes in. Okay, so you're not doing this. You're doing this. Okay. So the chest relaxed from within. Okay. You glide the palms down. This gliding down represents the visualization of melting sensations of your body muscles. You glide down. From here again, you glide down. Okay? But as you relax the muscles, try that again, you don't relax your chest, you're still holding out. When you relax the muscles, the chest has to relax from within. Okay, the chest has to relax from within. That's why, the whole body is drawn in. Okay. When you can relax from within in both neutralizing and releasing, then when you issue the force is going in all directions. They said in Tai Chi the force release explosive force. Okay. When you release the force, it's explosive force. The meaning of explosive force is not like when you release the force, you get the TNT of a roadside bomb. Pam! No. Okay. It means that when the force is released, it releases in all directions. When you explode, the thing goes in all directions, doesn't one direction. That's what they mean by explosive force. Okay, when you can have the explosive force, when you release the force, Roland, come. You see, if I release the force in the front here, that doesn't mean the force will need the front. If you push me from the side as I'm releasing my force, the force still goes from here. If you push me from the back, the force is still going out to the back. If you push me from the corner, okay, it still goes to the corner. That means the force is released in all directions. Thanks. If you have the relaxing force released in the proper way, it should go in all directions. That's why they mean in the Tai Chi, 全身是手，手非手. Translated into English. Okay. Every part of your body is the arms. It's not just the arms. If I do push hands, Roland can come here. If I do push hands, it's not necessary that I'm using the arms only to issue. If he happens to push onto my body can issue. If he happens to push on my legs can issue. So every part of your body that touch, because at the moment, you remember just now, at the moment of my release, my force is in all directions. Okay, thanks. You can only achieve that if you relax, you release, if you use relaxed force, and at the moment of release, you must be completely, thoroughly relaxed and sink. Okay, 1% of tension is no good, because my teacher said 1% of tension, the whole body is affected. One part of the body, you have slightest disconnections, everything is out. And sometimes in the partner work, I say the morning free partner is a training session, slow down. But sometimes you feel you have the chance, you got the person, you speed up. Actually, the speeding up destroy everything. Okay, that's why in practice of Tai Chi, as you practice, you learn to be patient. Okay? When you first learn, you do not know where to push. So you push an area surface, a very big area surface. Okay, I mean Cambodia. So when you first push, you don't know where to push. Okay, so this is pushing an area surface. Okay, then you know how to get the person center. Then it goes in, you go to the center. Oh, this is in. Then this is nothing there. This is something here. Okay, but all the pushes must come from the sinking. Then slowly you know that there's nothing here, there's something here. You push me in, there's nothing here, there's something here. So you learn to recognize the substantiality in substantiality. If normally when a person go out, we all keep pushing, but there's nothing there anymore, so it's going here. Yeah? And the reason why the person can move is because you hold my arms. Okay? When you push this way. You must notice, there's a reason why it's always good to bring yourself back to the form and analyze how you move. In the form, every movement before I release, I relax down and move to the center in our system before I release. I don't go this way and push. Okay, because the person is not there. The person is not there. The person is here. So you have to go into the center and then release. Okay? The Sun Master once said, when the opponents is coming in, I should go for his earth. Earth is the center of equilibrium. You must destroy the center of equilibrium. Okay? Moving forward is fire, going back is water, turning right is matter, turning left is wood. In moving forward, back, left, and right, you must maintain the center of equilibrium. That center of equilibrium is earth. All the 5 elements, all the other 4 elements come from the earth. Once you take the earth away, there will not be fire, water, matter, or wood. Okay, that's why Andrea comes. That's why if I push with Andrea, you see, we push. I don't do this because Andrea is not here. Andrea is here. Okay. Now watch my knee. In the form, okay, when you go forward, the knee doesn't go this way. The knee goes this direction of your toes. It goes in the center. It doesn't go this way. Okay? This is wrong. You watch it, I do it very slowly, I explain to you. That's the secret of Tai Chi. No. You see, if my knee is going this way, you don't feel my force. See? If my knee is going this way, you feel my force there. See? If the person is coming in, you push in, okay? If I go into the earth, his base is no more there already. So I'm going to the center. Okay? If you want to step in, I go into the middle step. You can't push. No place to push because I occupy your center. But in any issuing, you don't just go in for a push. There must always be yielding then issuing. There must always be a yielding. Okay? Because if you just go and push things without yielding, he's pushing, you're going force against force. Okay, then there's substantiality against substantiality, double heaviness. Okay, in most English Tai Chi book, they say double heaviness. Okay, that's why the best thing is you must always be in the state of insubstantiality, and only at the state of substantiality in the release. After the release, you must be in the state of insubstantiality. So when you have in the state of insubstantiality, then at all times, whenever the force comes in, you're always in harmony with them. Okay? Insubstantiality is not just being soft, it's not. You must have relaxing and sinking, so the whole body becomes empty void. Okay? That's why you have to cultivate in the form. If you can't get this thing in the form, it's even difficult to get in the partner work. Okay? If you can't get this thing in the fixed partner work, then in the free partner it's more difficult. Okay? So from the form, what you feel is what you experience, the way you move, the way you sit back, the way you release the force. You have to analyze how you move, what you feel. Then when you go into the fixed partner work, you have to do the same thing, feel the same thing. When you go to the yielding exercise, you must feel the same thing as you are sitting back in the form, the same feelings in the turning, in the relaxing and sinking. When you go into the issuing exercise you will do next week, you must have the same feelings in any kind of issuing, the feelings in the body at the moment of release in the form. Because every release in the form, whether release on both stand or release on the back foot, every release in the form is the issuing of the force. You must capture the feelings. Okay? Then when you go, a lot of systems, after that, they go into fixed partner work. After the fixed partner work, straight away they go into free push hand. Impossible. You can't do that. Because in the free push hands, the free partner work, the direction of the force can come in any direction. Okay? And then the speed is fast. You can't learn to handle it. That's the reason why I developed this method of training is you learn to move like the form first. You learn the sticking exercise separately until you can feel it. You learn the yielding. Yielding is fixed yielding. So you know how to do it in the fixed directions, like in the evening what I do. And then you have free yielding where the person is pushing in different directions. You are not allowed to push back, but you can take them out. So you learn to handle the force from different directions. Then you have to learn to use, neutralize, and go into release. Because if you yield and neutralize, you don't go into release, the person is still there. After yielding, neutralizing, you have to go in for the release. Okay, then slowly you combine it together. Then you are used to that. Okay, you have to practice it separately first, then combine it. It's much more easier. Okay, then after any practice, whether you're working on neutralizations, or whether you go to E-swing, or whether you do the forms in the morning, or whether you do the free push hand in the morning, when the class is finished, it's not end of the class. When the class is finished, you yourself have to analyze, okay, just now in the form, which part of the form I feel my timing is not right, my feeling is not right. Okay, so for example, okay, just now I feel that from the wide crane to the brush knee, I don't feel the timing is right, feeling is right. So you just get into the wide crane positions and just repeat the movement a few times, 6, 7 times, 8 times, to get the feelings first. Repeat it to get the feeling first. Okay. When you work on the neutralizing, just say, okay, just now the neutralizing, which neutralizing I feel uncomfortable. Then you ask your partner, fellow student, to do that, and you repeat that to try to get the feeling right first. Okay. Or when you think of the free partner work, you think, okay, just now in the free partner work this morning, okay, when I'm pushing with Marcus, where I get stuck, what I do, how I get stuck. Then remember, okay, because I'm going against it, I'm not changing directions. So next morning when you push Marcus, you try to remember what you are not doing, okay, then try to do it. That's how you get slowly into a good habit. That's how you can improve. You can only improve when you analyze or practice, learn from your mistake, not to repeat the mistake. Okay. Some people, they said, oh, in Tai Chi, you can learn Tai Chi, you can learn fixed push hand, but don't do free push hand. Free push hand is very rough. You know, you get into a bad habit. You know, it's better not to do fixed pushing hand. It's just like Low passed his driving license, get his license. Yeah, it's okay to drive, but don't drive in the motorway. It's really dangerous. That's ridiculous. No, you have to go to free pushing hands, but you have to know how to learn from the mistake, get rid of the bad habit, go into the good habit. That's the way to do it. Okay. So learning Tai Chi improvement involves a lot of things. It's not just practicing. You're just practicing without analyzing, without thinking of what you do. Is what you call deep practice. Practice without life. You will not improve. You just then you won't develop. It's only through analyzing that you develop. Always remember that.